Hello, beautiful people. As you know, you never really know someone until you see them angry. So in this Mars series, you will see how each sign behaves when they are mad. And in this video, we'll be exploring Cancer and how this Mars placement reveals the truth about their angry side. I will also cover where they stand when it comes to their willpower in terms of their ambition and working towards their goals, and the oh so important topic of how they behave when it comes to physical intimacy. And all I ask in return is you show a little bit of love by hitting that like button. It's really easy, it's free, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. Just a little tap, baby tap. Okay, no more wasting time. Here is the truth behind Cancer in the Mars position. Let's go. So when someone with Mars in Cancer gets angry, it will feel like it is coming out of nowhere at times. What I mean by this is someone with Mars in Cancer takes in information, and if they feel like you're being shady in any way, they won't immediately react. They'll actually store the information away until you've given them enough evidence to know that you are someone who does not have their best interest at heart and that you can't be trusted. Once this case against you is compiled, they remain calm until you display once again that you are shady. And at this time, they react, and aggressively so. So to someone on the outside looking in, they may feel like this person with Mars in Cancer is overreacting, but in actuality, they're reacting to all of these experiences as a whole, as opposed to just one moment. They would have dropped subtle hints of their distaste for this behavior or person prior to this explosion, usually in a passive-aggressive way, but once the line has been crossed for the last time, that's when you get the wrath of someone who has Mars in Cancer. And they usually are their most angry and ferocious when they are protecting someone that they care about, even more so than when they're protecting themselves. To have someone with Mars in Cancer on your side is a gift because they are very loving and very protective. It's just that they can be hard to read at times because much of the time they're holding their emotions in. They stay much more on the defensive than they do the offensive, which lends to them being a bit mysterious in terms of how they're feeling about a person or circumstance. The one thing to know is when they're happy, they're pretty outgoing and lighthearted, but when they're upset, they shut down and become completely withdrawn. So if you see that shift, then you know something's up. It's tricky though because their energy levels naturally go up and down because of how they are wired. So at times they may be quiet and seemingly withdrawn simply because they're in a relaxed mode. So the best thing you can do with someone that has Cancer and Mars, if you're wondering how they're feeling, is just letting them know, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Mars in Cancer, if there's anything you need, just let me know. You don't want to say, hey, what's wrong with you? Because if you do that, that question will irritate them enough that now something will be wrong. They already feel a bit misunderstood, so the last thing you want to do with them is jump to conclusions. But if they know that you're there for them and you're just expressing that support, then they'll be good to go. But if they feel like you're analyzing them or judging them or accusing them in any way, then this just might be that moment that they explode. So give them the same love and support that they give you without judging them, and you'll be good to go. Now, when it comes to their willpower, from the outside looking in, it looks like they take things really slowly, and you may mistake this for them being lazy or not having the capacity or ambition to get a lot done. However, the opposite is true. Someone with Mars in Cancer is extremely tenacious and driven if they care about something enough. The key is they have to be emotionally connected and engaged in order for this trait to come out. So yes, if they don't care, they aren't driven and they can be lazy. But if they do care, if something truly matters to them, then they will do everything in their power to get it done and see that goal through to the end, to success. And in a relationship, if the love is there, they are very dependable, helpful, and will stick by your side for the long haul. But like I said, if the love is there. If it's not, then they will sit and watch you from the sidelines, maybe even with a little contempt in their eyes. Overall, they have a calm strength that is very attractive because they know what they're capable of. And if you are in a relationship with them, you will also feel very protected by this energy. They can absolutely be bold and fearless when needed. One of the biggest challenges for someone in a relationship with them is when they are upset, they tend to dwell on that emotion and it can be hard to get them back to center. By the way, any of you out there that have Cancer or Mars, you should know that when you are upset and you hold your feelings in, it can really cause stomach issues. So if you're experiencing any sort of issues like that, and by the way, I'm clearly not a doctor, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but if you are experiencing these stomach issues, it may help to express what you're feeling by communicating with the people that you trust, identifying what it is that you need from whatever situation or whatever person, and then communicating your needs. implementing that tool can prove to be extremely helpful for you, especially if you are having stomach issues. But overall, when it comes to willpower, someone with Mars in Cancer is definitely very capable of getting it done when they care. Don't forget, that's a big part of it, when they care. Now, when the lights go down, this is what you can expect from someone with Mars in Cancer when it comes to physical intimacy. Well, 2 words to describe the energy of someone with Mars in Cancer in this area are sensitive and sweet. They are romantic and very passionate and actually like the contact to be a bit aggressive, only when they trust you and know that the love is there. But if they do know these 2 things, they can for sure be excited by a very physical interaction, and they tend to get into role play of like dominant and submissive a bit. Also, one of their erogenous zones and what visually turns them on in terms of what they're attracted to is the chest area. They aren't really verbally forthcoming with what turns them on. This is because they're so intuitive themselves, they expect other people to be the same way. And one thing that is for sure though is in the bedroom, they are also protective, soothing, devoted, and emotional. Very similar to how they are outside of the bedroom. Even though, like I said, they do like a bit of aggressive action. So if you're into the intensity and passionate drama, then they are for sure for you. But if you like physical interaction to be a little more playful and not quite as emotionally heavy, then you may want to look elsewhere. Now, when it comes to who someone with Mars in Cancer is most compatible with, here is a brief breakdown. The best matches for someone with Mars in Cancer is someone with Mars in Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, and Mars in Leo. The best matches that can work for Mars in Cancer, but will be tricky and will require a little extra work, would be someone with Mars in Gemini, Virgo, Libra, or dating another person with Mars in Cancer. And the most challenging matches for someone with Mars in Cancer would be someone that has Mars in Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Mars in Capricorn. Now, we know opposites attract, so Mars in Cancer and Mars in Capricorn may have a strong physical attraction and even a strong physical connection, but when they get angry, it will be very difficult to bridge that gap that being 2 polar opposites can bring. So the physical connection is pretty much where that compatibility will end in terms of being a seamless, easy thing. It's gonna get way more difficult outside of the bedroom. Okay, so there you have it. The truth behind someone with Mars in Cancer and what you can expect when in a relationship with them. I really hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, please hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear if you've had any experience with someone that has Mars in Cancer and what that was like. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.